My perception of the music industry before I joined, I was really scared. I was really afraid. I didn't know. Okay, afraid of the stories that were said, afraid of the struggles that are said to, but mostly I was afraid, is there anybody who's ever going to listen to me? Is there anyone who's going to ever listen to my voice? If I do decide to sing, to take this as a job, to take this as a career, what am I going to sing? Who is going to listen? Are people going to appreciate? I've seen social media being very cruel and destroying, and I'm asking myself, if this happens to me, will I be able to enjoy this? Am I really going to be able to live with this? So I was scared, very much scared. Yeah. My name is Feli Nandi, and I'm 27 years old. I'm a mother of 2 beautiful boys, and I'm married. I'm a singer and a fashion designer, currently working with Mbewu and the Mhodzi tribe band as Mbewu's backing vocalist. I grew up in a family of 4. I was born in a family of 4, 2 boys and 2 girls. My father died when I was really young. I remember, I think I was 7. And so I grew up with him. I grew up with a single mother who was very, very, very brave and hardworking. And I would class her as my biggest supporter in terms of music, because as much as I remember, I started singing when I was 3, I think. And she was always there encouraging me. I would sing in church. We would go to Anglican church. I grew up with a typical black mom who supported my music, but then was afraid of the unknown, rather, or the music industry and its reputation. So she always used to say, I'm not like, what did I come by, man? Something like that. Because she was so scared of these things that are said, or the hardships, or the struggles, or I don't know. But she was a typical mom. And myself, looking at it, of course, we have powerful women in Zimbabwe that have made it. But the industry looks like it can be very difficult for a woman to really hit it up there. And as an upcoming musician growing up, we were just looking at that. But that did not discourage me. But then I was in a position of not like really deciding to take this as a serious career. Life for us without a father growing up, there wasn't much difference, because my mother was both. She worked really hard. Life was just really, really beautiful, and it's like we didn't know the outside world. But all that came to a stop when at 15 she died in a road traffic accident. And for me, because I was young and a huge part of my life had been taken, that was the end of my journey in terms of singing. I stopped. Everything stopped for me. Life changed. I didn't want to sing anymore because I felt like there was no reason anymore. Growing up, singing at church, all I wanted was to see my mother's face. When I'm standing in front of the audience and I'm singing, all I wanted was to see my mom smiling. So her dying ended that for me. For me, that was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So I stopped. And of course, life happened. I stopped singing, started doing other things. But there was a part of me that was really bitter, because I knew the there was something that I really wanted to do, but now I didn't know how. It had been such a long time. I stopped at 15 and I was growing up. I was 22, I was 23, and I was not doing one thing that I knew I wanted to do so much. I got married very young, became a mom, totally left singing. Up until when I turned 25, it was heavy. It was becoming heavier. And I remember telling the people around me, like, I'm not happy. I want to sing. I really want to sing. So in 2017, it was just on a Saturday, just like a normal Saturday. And my brother-in-law and his wife asked me, my husband, to attend a wedding. And I didn't want, because I'm not that type of person. I always just usually like to spend the whole day at home and everything. I'm like, I'm not going to a wedding, guys. I'm not invited. I'm not going to. People are like, no, let's go. We really want to go to this wedding. And I was like, okay, fine, let's go. So we attended a wedding in Norton. And just as usual, I just wanted to go home. I wasn't enjoying anything. I didn't know anybody there. So when we were about to leave, my sister-in-law then says, oh, wait, before we leave, there's a guy I want you to see singing. And I was like, I'm not interested. I want to go home. He was like, no, wait, just give it a shot. Listen. So I saw a young man going on stage and starting to sing with his band. And I think for the first time, I was like, yes, now that's a voice I want to sing with. He finished singing. I went straight up to him and I introduced myself. I said, hi, my name is Feli. I want to sing with you. And he said, hi, my name is Mbeu. Okay. Have you ever done this before? I was like, no. Where are you coming from? I said, home. And he said, okay. Auditions? I said, yeah, whenever you're ready. And after that, I went for an audition and they were very much shocked. Where have you been? Who are you? And yeah, I then joined the band and it has been an incredible journey. Before this, I was scared, right? So I remember after auditions with Mbeu, he then said, okay, I want you to move around with us before performing with us so that you see what we do and then you get used and then finally you come on stage. And I was like, okay. So his first show, my first show rather, we went to Pakarepai. I wasn't supposed to sing. I was supposed to be standing, observing what he was doing and his band, and so that I joined maybe 3-4 shows later. And then he just said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm introducing our new backing vocalist, Feli Nandi. And I'm just standing there. I wasn't ready. It was my first time actually in front of more people than church. So I went on stage and he said, you can do it. Yes, let's do it. Don't worry about anything. And we started singing. My biggest fear was people. I could look at people and people looking at me and I was so nervous, very much. But the first show, did well. Second show, third. And I'm actually realizing this is me. This is home. This is so easy. I can do this. I love doing this. So it has been an awesome journey. Rather, the perception of being scared is disappearing each day. I mean, I've been doing this for 2 years, and if you ask me right now, I'm as strong as they come. I'm okay now. I can perform in front of anybody, and also it helps because I work with an incredible team. So I'm always surrounded with people who say you can do it, and Mbeu himself being the greatest encourager. So yeah, I'm okay. Real good. Yeah. Being Mbeu's backing vocalist for me was the first. I had never done this. So literally I didn't know. I was just waiting for him to tell me what to do, how to back him and everything. But he also then gave me platform to do this however I wanted, to put my voice where I thought I should back him there. But generally, backing vocalist, all you do is you complement the lead singer's voice. Like in our band, there are only 2 vocalists, so it's more like it's just 2. Yeah. So I compliment his voice whenever I'm supposed to, and just making sure that the sound that we are producing makes sense. It suits probably the recorded sound. Or yeah. Wow, I've been with these guys for 2 years, and per month, okay, we literally perform every weekend. So give it 2 shows per weekend. So that's 8 per month, and that's 8 by 12. That's 48 shows a year, probably 48 or more, or rather, let's say 60 shows per year. And so there's been 2 years. I think I'm looking at 100, 120 or more shows. So the question is it rewarding? To me personally, I've gained a lot of things that I would have never gotten anywhere else. Confidence on stage. I can do stuff by myself right now. Like things that I never thought I would be able to do, now I can do. I've learned actually how to work around a male, dominated space. I now know how to work with a team, something that I didn't know. It's been great for me. It's been really it's like a learning experience, as we go and we're going. And Mhodzi Tribe is like a working, what can I call it? We work so hard, and for some funny reason, we're blessed to have a team that has the same drive of where we want to go. So we work so hard. There's a lot of hard work. Sometimes we have 4 shows per weekend, and that it can be very hard, that can be very exhausting. But because we are friends, we compliment each other, we encourage each other, and at the end of the day, where it's supposed to hurt. So it's fun. Yeah. So since I joined the music industry, chores. I mean, because we're in Zimbabwe, our economy is something else. People want to support, and people want to come, and sometimes it's fair. Sometimes it's not, because of our economic situation. Yeah, and somehow the art industry, the media, somewhere in Zimbabwe, it's I don't know if this is the right word, abandoned. We're not as supported as we would have preferred it. I'm sure if we had the right structures, with so much talent that is in Zimbabwe, things would have really been different. One of my greatest strengths, the reason why I'm still probably very strong at this, is because I married my greatest fan. I married a supporter. My husband supports me so much. He allows me to do this. The greatest challenge, though, is, remember, at the end of the day, in this life, it's not only me and my husband. He has friends, he has family, I have family. We have a lot of people who have different opinions about this. But at the end of the day, this is about us. And he supports the dream. He would rather leave whatever he's doing just to make sure I'm doing this. So, like I always say, I count myself as a very blessed girl. I have a supporter and who keeps telling me, you can do this. It's fine, they're saying that, but no, we are doing this and you are doing it and you're going for it. If we look in Zimbabwe, some of the most successful female names that I know, or that are powerhouses now, have backbones. They have their partners with them. We look at Salma Mtigidzi, we look at Maimanyoa, Maicharamba, Chiwoniso had Andy Brown. So it's a huge advantage if you have a partner who supports you. It's a huge advantage, because when you're alone in this carnivorous industry, it can be very difficult. But when you have a backbone, it necessarily might not be a husband. It can be just a really good committed team, or a family member, or a friend, or a good manager. So I think at the end of the day, us as female musicians, or just like any other musician, what you need is a good team. And I always get this question: Feli Nandi, do you see yourself being a powerhouse in Zimbabwe? I'm an extremely positive person. And when I do something, I believe and I know. And when I have a strong feeling about something, it gets me so hard that I fell asleep. It's all I'm thinking about. Am I going to be I don't know about being a powerhouse in Zimbabwe. I'm not going to leave. It's just not going to be Zimbabwe. It's internationally. But what I know is I'm definitely going to be a voice that is going to be heard. Mbewe is an Afrofusion artist. From what I understood, Afrofusion covers a lot of genres. There's Zim Danzo in there. He's got Zim Danzo songs, he's got jazz songs, he's got Afro pop, I think. So all of that is called Afrofusion. Feli Nandi, however, all the covers I've done are one genre, and I would love to call that, if there's such a thing, Zimbabwean soul, or African soul, or Afro soul rather. This is where I'm taking soul, the soul music that we know, but then put it in an African feel. I want people to be able to say, this is a soulful music, but this is from Africa, or this is from Zimbabwe. So I would classify myself as a soul singer, but who really wants a Zimbabwean feel in that. So I think we'll have to look for a name: Zimbabwean soul, Afro soul, yeah, something like that. Yeah. I feel like my voice suits well there. I'm an emotional, passionate singer. I express my emotions through singing, and I'm also a very terrible emotional writer. I write about what I'm feeling, or if I'm too happy, or if I'm really sad. So I feel like my voice expresses. Whether I'm happy, you can feel the happiness when I sing. If I'm sad, you can pick the pain in my voice. So all that, I felt like it will suit on soul. Yeah. Well, from the looks of it, no. No, they say no. They say no. And I'm saying yes. Reason being, this is what I want to sing. I'm not a musician. I've never been, okay fine, not even talking about music. I've never been a person who does things because everybody else is doing this type of stuff. We've got music inonzi inotora mari in Zimbabwe. We've got certain type of music probably fellow Zimbabweans accept. But I believe I'm going to be myself. The legendary Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi used to say, is be yourself. And I'm not going to lie to myself because I want people to listen to me. I'm going to be myself. And I feel myself when I sing soul. So do I have audience? I do. They say no, but I say yes. Yeah. Me loving to sing soul, I believe this is my calling. This is where, that's my position, that's my space. That is where I want to dominate. That's me. However, we are different. Everybody's different. I've always say to myself, I'm in no competition with anyone. I'm coming in as Feli Nandi, who sings a particular genre. We're different. Each and every one of us are special in their own way. Whether you're singing traditional music, whether you're singing gospel. I mean, we have musicians that are doing extremely well. We've got Amara Brown doing extremely well in her own genre. Janet Manure, gospel, doing amazing. Tammy, doing amazing. Gemma, doing amazing. I mean, a lot of women are doing amazing in their own particular spaces. We've got comedy. We've got Madam Boss. We've got My TT. These are women that are reaching heights in their own space. So there's always peace and a lot of success in just being you, and never think of competing with the next woman or the next artist. And just know that I'm coming in this space as Feli Nandi, who sings this, and there are people that are going to appreciate that. There are people that are going to be content with that. There are people that are going to come to Feli Nandi to listen to soar. If I'm going to be the first musician in Zimbabwe who sings that, there are people going to appreciate that. If I'm the second, they're just people who are going to accept that. I think this applies to every musician. There's a lot of peace and a lot of success and a lot of stability when you just know that you are you. You're unique, you're special, it's about you, and not compete with anyone. Music is part of me, yeah. Music is a passion. I came to do this, to be very honest, I came to do this because I wanted to, because I felt it was what I wanted to do. And like the common saying says, when you do what you love, you're the happiest. So what then also happens is usually when you do what you love, you do best. And then it gives you money. Yeah? So that's what we're doing. That's what we're striving. The passion then makes money. That's the reason of working hard. Yeah? I might not be the best musician in the world or the best female musician in Zimbabwe, but I'm going to be a voice that is going to be heard. Okay, Mbeo always encourages me to write songs. He strongly believes I'm a good writer, but I think I'm an average. But he always encourages me to sing my own songs, produce my own songs. Will I still be Mbeo's backing vocalist? I don't know. I mean, you never know. But what I know is the future is going to be bright. I'm going to be a voice. Again, that's going to speak and be heard. I want to become an international Zimbabwean soul singer. Yeah. One thing I know about success is it's never an easy road. You never get it easy. It will never come to you on a silver platter. And moreover, we are in Zimbabwe. So the first thing about everything else, for me, that is important to me, is I'm surrounded by people that love me and support me. I think above financial support, above connections, above sponsorship, the first thing that is important is the nearest people. My team are people that believe in me. I've had people that tell me that, what, you're 27? You got in too late. But I mean, hello. I know where I'm going. Like I told you before, when I know something, when I have a strong feeling about something, just like how I had a strong feeling 2 years ago when I told myself, Abu, I'm bitter, I want to sing. I didn't know how, honestly. I didn't even know which musician I was going to sing with. Was I going to be Alexius backing vocalist, Joe Pravis backing vocalist? I didn't know. But it was just a strong feeling that was crowding my mind, and I knew that this is what I wanted to do, and it came. So same applies with going international. I don't know who's going to help me. I don't know who's going to sponsor me. I don't know how I'm going to go international. But the first thing above everything is I know I am going to. So what is important to me is believing and knowing that I'm going to. That alone for me is the core. For me, that's it. Yeah. Society has a lot of things to say about women who are doing this, and especially in the art industry. And if you ask me, is it true what they say? Does it happen? Well, I'll tell you 50% yes. But can it be avoided? Oh yeah, you can avoid it. How do we move from this? How do we move from society looking at women as objects, looking at women as loose ends, looking at women as, we've got young children that are talented, that are being stopped from doing what they want because of things that happened in the past, because of things that people hear. I grew up hearing that. My mama used to tell me, no, you're not going on TV because of so and so. But now, because I'm actually exposed to the same things, it's possible to actually do these things, to actually be an artist and focus and work hard and make it the right way. It is possible. Is it easy? No, it's not. It's really hard. It's difficult, just like any other road to success. So how do you prove society wrong? You can never prove by writing them a song and telling them what you say is not right. You can never prove them by writing a letter on Facebook that says, "Dear Society." No. How do you prove them? You prove them by working hard and focusing and eventually making it. The good thing about success is that when you're on top, everybody who ever said anything about you become your best friend. So instead of putting so much effort into trying to defend your honor, I suggest that ladies, let's put this effort into working hard and focusing. Life has a way of proving itself. Results. The greatest weapon to prove society wrong is focus and hard work. When you're focused, I feel like it's a whole lot of waste. It's a waste of time when you defend your honor with words, when you pen down a whole paragraph of saying, "Dear Society, women are not like that," and stuff. Life has a way of proving people wrong when there's a lot of hard work and focus. We are women. It has always been like that. Are we going to change the way society looks at us? Why should we even focus on that? Focus on yourself and your goal and what you want to do. I remember when I started singing 2 years ago, I had people that are my best friends right now, by the way, who told me that you were never going to make it. You're married. Your marriage is going to be destroyed. You're destroying your marriage. Your husband is going to... I'm still here, standing strong, happily married. So sometimes it's not really about defending yourself and saying the actual words. It's just focus. Focus. You know what you want to do. I mean, set it, say it, and then usually the most important thing is taking the first step. Take the first step. Go ahead, do it. At the end of the day, for you to have a success story, it's about you. It's about you. It's honestly about you. When I joined Mbeu, when I decided that I was going to sing with Mbeu, honestly, all I wanted was to learn. But in the process of learning, I actually had people saying, "You're really good. We're enjoying this." So don't go in to be a backing vocalist and that's it. No. A backing vocalist it's a brand. You can be a backing vocalist and actually be very big. It's a brand. You gotta be a respectable backing vocalist. you gotta have value. You gotta be a voice. People have to miss you. People have to know there's a gap. You just don't go on stage to bake a lead singer and that's it. No. And most of all, you're not in competition with the lead singer. You are complimenting the lead singer. But in the midst of complimenting the lead singer, you're not losing yourself. You're not becoming waste. And at the end of the day, you look back in your 10 years of experience, 10 years of being a backing vocalist, and nothing happened. You're nobody. You brand yourself as a backing vocalist. So when people look at you and they're like, oh, that's Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi's backing vocalist. Oh, she's doing really well. She has done this. She does this. So it's, at the end of the day, really, it's not even about the lead vocalist. It's not even about the band leader. It's about you. As a backing vocalist, how do you want people to view you? How do you want people to look at you? Do you want people to say, well, it's about you. You brand yourself the way you want people to look at you. Yeah. Like the old saying, you attract what you think, you attract what you are. People come to you because of the way you position yourself, the way you think, the way you brand yourself. So being a big backing vocalist, it's actually a position. So it's the same as a drummer. It's the same as a bassist. It's important. It's something big. It just depends on how you brand it. That's all. I play hosho and shakers. I play tambourine, and I'm currently perfecting my mbira skills. It looks better when you're playing something like generally on stage, but while I'm doing this as part of branding myself and also enjoying myself. I don't want to be on stage. I mean, we sing classy, slow kind of music, so you also don't want to be there standing, because I sing in an all male band. They're holding guitars and you don't want to be there like standing like a statue and holding nothing. You also want to be enjoying yourself with an instrument. So yeah, I'm working hard on mbira, and soon I'm going to bring in some mbira few in the band. To be very honest with you, I'm still learning. I still want to learn. I want to think I joined this game at a later stage in my life, but still I want to believe anybody can make it at any age. I want to learn. I still want to learn. I still have a lot of things that I want to learn, that I still want to see how things are done. I'm that person who takes their time. I never want to rush in anything. I want to take my time and learn a lot of things, and I'm still enjoying the learning journey. Yeah. I've always been a girl who doesn't look at what people are saying about me, or I feel like that's your own opinion. I respect it. Everybody has a right to their opinion. I respect that. Good for them. But Feli Nandi has what she believes. If you care about me, if you love me, you will come to me with criticism that you know is going to build me. My mama told me to, I grew up hearing that every single day, and it got into me. What she was trying to say is, they're just things that are not supposed to affect you. Things that other people think about you. She told me that you should never let a person find sleep because of about you. If you strongly believe that what you're doing is right by you, is right by God, you're not hurting anybody, then everybody else